It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gardner and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They are hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense, the former 3-time captain of Michigan State, quarterback Kirk Cousins.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First and 10, Cousins. And his first look is incomplete. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Cousins. He dumps it off for Henry. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Cousins. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start. Yeah,
I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Wilson on second down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Cousins now on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. This is taken around the 12. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 15 carries, 5 yards past 100, and a touchdown. And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball. On second down, here's Wilson. Oh, some strong running. Always able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Linebacker Clay Matthews is still a handful in his 11th NFL season. 80 sacks, the most in Green Bay Packers history. And I think he sacrificed some of those numbers by his moves from outside linebacker to inside linebacker, where he doesn't rush the passer quite as often.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now third and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensive starters, here they are for Cincinnati. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. On second down, here's Henry. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Cousins from the gun on third. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That's caught. It's Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Derrick Henry, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots, so the road to the Super Bowl, it runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely, and you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they got third and short.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, 14. 14. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Shotgun. 14. Gotta go.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. That time, a 9-play drive, and in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second down, Cousins. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To Henry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Cousins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Again to Henry. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, here's Cousins. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. A 1st down throw for Cousins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Again, it's Cousins. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To the air again, it's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through, and that will knock things up here late in the 1st half. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On first down, Wilson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Fitzgerald. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in Southern California. The Chargers playing host to traveling Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. Cam Newton, over 300 yards passing with, more importantly, 4 touchdown passes. From there, we head eastward to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Dez Bryant, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Marquise Goodwin, a touchdown reception. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game, as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again, we get a peek at Larry Fitzgerald as he heads back out there now. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run it again with Chubb. And some room to run now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 19 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down. Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
What? 380! Let's go, 14. Gotta go.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he's got Miller. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, no takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. McManus's point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. Able to spin free. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson now on 1st and 10. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now Wilson on second down. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Cousins now on second down. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Cousins now to throw on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Cousins again. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down. First down carry for Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll run it again with Henry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
On third down, Cousins. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. Charles, this one, not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
14.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fitzgerald. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. Now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Bengals getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Again, it's Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That good for 19 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Wilson on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
14.
Wilson throwing on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Tempo. 14. Gotta go. 14.
Again, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Tempo.
They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Philip Dorsett in the final minute. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now McManus for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And our focus now moves on to Larry Fitzgerald. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Bengals. 75 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You saved them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Go, 14. 14. Zebra.
He's back to throw, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Tucker with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a Bengals score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back to throw. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. One last shot now for Cousins. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cincinnati, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.